Hello everyone, good morning. Myself Muralidhar Reddy. I'm a DevOps consultant and solution architect. Now we are going to discussing about installation of Tomcat using Ansible Playbook. How do we do the automation? Let's see that. Let's see the demo so that you will get some idea. So here we can see the day 25, that is Ansible. Here I already written that documentation, everything. So we can go with step by step and we can install the Tomcat using Playbook as well. So before going to discussing this automation, if you remember in day 14, we already discussed Tomcat. Okay, installing Tomcat on Linux, right? There, what we did manual process. Like we have installed the Java and we have downloaded the tar file. We untar it, we renamed it, and we have created the user group. We have created the group as well and changed the ownership. And we have we started stop the server, that particular Tomcat, and also we set up that service level, and also we added the users as well, right? Same thing, instead of doing manual process, what we are going to do? We are going to do everything automation. Everything we are going to do automation. Understand, right? So for that one, right here, I already written here Tomcat install.yaml file and Tomcat user.yaml file. Here we define that the users related information, Tomcat.service. Here we have a Tomcat related service information. Okay, understand, right? Fine. Now what you can do, you can click this one, and here you can see that here we have written that Ansible playbook. We can go with the one by one so that you will get some idea, and also you can clone this repository and you can practice yourself as well. Again, I'm repeating, guys. Before going to watch this particular Ansible playbook video, please have a look our previous Ansible playbook video so that you will get some idea how do we set up everything. Clear, right? Any questions now? No, right? Fine. Now, first of all, right, you already were right when you are writing any playbook. Example, we are giving the Tomcat install.yaml file. Here, first, you need to give the 3 icons. And here, I'm giving that name, Apache Tomcat install setup. And here, first one is host. Here, what we are going to do, we are going to be installing the local host. Local host means wherever you are running this particular playbook, there it will be using that particular host information. Example, here I have created one EC2 instance, that is Amazon Linux. I already connected. Here I will be create the tomcat-install.yaml file, and then I will be run the particular one. Now what will happen? Now what will happen? It will be connect to that particular local host only, because I'm going to install initially. I'm going to install in the local host. Similar, guys. I already showcased, right, how do we set up that destination as well. Just what you have to do inside the etc Ansible config ansible.config file, right? There we need to be define the specific that particular information. Host related information will be defined inside the etc Ansible only, right? So then we can define that particular group name, or you can directly define our IP address as well. Everything we can do that. And here become true means here we are mentioning that this particular playbook, it is going to be run it in the root user. Okay, sudo privileges, admin privileges. Understand, right? Fine. And here we mentioned that vars. If you remember, we discussed the Ansible vars, right? There, here we mentioned that instead of hard coding this particular version and path, everything, right? What we did here, we mentioned that variables option, and here first we can see the Tomcat version, that is 9.0.1.4. Here, what we are going to do, we are going to be install the Tomcat 9.0.1.4. That's why we mention here the particular Tomcat version is 9.0.1.4, and Tomcat install path, where we are going to be install it, we are going to be installing the OPT directory. And also here we can say Tomcat underscore user, that is the username is Tomcat, group name also Tomcat only. Clear, right, this part? Instead of hard coding in the playbook, what we are doing, we mention here in the vars option, then we'll be call this particular variable. And then Tomcat underscore DER, and here you can see that Tomcat, here if you see here Tomcat underscore DER, and what I'm doing here, double quotation, 2 opens, here you can see the 2 closes, and here we mention that whatever this particular Tomcat install path means here it will come the /opt /apache-tomcat and tomcat underscore version, that is Tomcat underscore version is 9.0.104. Understand, right? Tomcat directory, that is the particular /opt, the particular whatever we are giving the version. Okay, Apache-Tomcat specific version. Clear, right? Any questions now? So here we mentioned that. Remember, in case if you want to be called vars somewhere, what you can give open close and you can give the particular variable name. And here you need to remember you can give the space between open close and then here you can define the particular path only. Clear, right? And next one, Tomcat tarball. Tarball is nothing but when you extracted it will become, right? There what we are doing here, Tomcat underscore dr. Tomcat underscore dr means it will come slash opt slash Apache-Tomcat the 9.0.1.4. That there we mention the gzer file. Understand, right? Here we mention that the specific tar file path as well and Tomcat URL. These are one of the most important. If you see here, if you want to be install tar file, now you can right click here, copy link address, and here you can go here, just you can paste here. If you observe here, this is the URL and then Tomcat-9. This is the version and what is the version? V 9.0.1.4 because we are going to be install the 9.0.1.4, right? That's why bin directory Apache-Tomcat the specific version .tar.gz. Clear, right? This part is clear, right? Any questions now? So same thing instead of hard coding here, what we are doing here, if you see here, HTTP, this URL is fine, archive or whatever, that is fine. Dist Tomcat, what is the version? Tomcat-9, and then here you can see the Tomcat underscore version. What is the version? V Tomcat underscore version means we are going to V 9.0.1.4. If you see here, 9.0.1.4. Okay, fine. Now next one is /bin. If you see here, /bin Apache-Tomcat. What is the version? That's why we are mentioning that open close Tomcat underscore version. We are calling that particular variable. It will be placed here .tar.gz. And here you have to remember this is the normal URL and this is the archive path URL. Anything is fine. Either you can mention this one, either you can mention this specific one. Anything is fine. If you, okay, clear, right? Any questions now? Any questions now? Now this part is clear. In the variables, we have defined the multiple things. Now here coming to the task. First task, right? What we are doing, verifying the connectivity. Whatever you will mention here, host name, right? Whatever you mention this host, what we are going to do here, first we are verifying using ping. Okay, what ping we will do, right? Whatever we mention the host, currently we mention that local host. It means it will ping the local host, whether it is pingable or not, or not. In case we mention that destination, remote server's IPs, right? Remote server group name, it will be ping that particular remote server IPs, whatever we mention inside the group, those everything will be ping, whether it is connectivity having or not. Clear, right? Any questions now? Let me do one thing. So same thing I have pasted in the notepad so that you can see little bit font size increase. Okay. So here, if you see here, next one is we are checking that install Java. Install Java, usually, right, if you want to be installed any package, we'll be use M module, right? Here we mention the M under name. What is the name of that particular one package? That is Java-11 Amazon-Corito-Devil. Okay, fine. Now we have mentioned and state is present means it will be installed the present version. It will be installed the present version. What this particular step will do? It will be installed the Java 11. If you remember, if you want to be install Tomcat and run the particular Tomcat, right? It is mandatory to install the Tomcat. Sorry, it's mandatory to install the Java. The Java version we are going to be install that Java 11. In our case, our 9 version, it is good to install the particular Java 11. Okay, clear, right? This part is clear, right? These two tasks. And what is the next one? Next one is add group. Okay, for that one we are using group name. And the name, what is the name of this particular group name? If you see here we are calling that Tomcat underscore group. The reason Tomcat underscore group means we already defined, right? Here we already defined that variables level. If you want to be called this one, as I said, you need to give the two opens, two closures, and give the spaces. And here you can give the group name. Understand, right? If you see here, group name and state is present. It will be state is present we mention. Clear, right? So next step is we are going to be create the user and we are going to be assign that group to that particular user. If you see here, we are giving user. What is the name? The name we are mentioning that open close, the whatever variable name. Tomcat underscore user is nothing but it is, if you see here, I'm going to show you here so that you will get some idea. If you go up a little bit, yeah, if you see here, Tomcat underscore user is Tomcat. Okay. Now, if you see here, yeah, if you see here you can see that Tomcat underscore means it will come the Tomcat user. Group name Tomcat underscore group is nothing but here it will come that Tomcat group. Understand, right? And here you can see that create a home directory, whether you wanted to create a home directory or not, the particular user. If you remember, when you create the user mode or add user command, it will come that the home directory, it will be create that particular user related directory, right? That's why if you want, you can give it like create home. Yes, state is present. Understand, right? What this particular task will do, it will create the user and it will add the particular group, and then it will create the home directory as well. Okay, clear, right? This part is clear, right? Now, what is the next one? Now what is the next one? We are checking that whether the particular tar file exists or not. So if you see here, if you run this playbook every time, if you run this particular playbook every time, okay, if it is already existing the particular tar file, you don't require to download again, right? Then what we are doing here, right? First, we are checking if you already existing the particular tar file. If you see here, check if Tomcat tar ball exists. And here we are giving the state command. What this particular state command will do, it will be capture the retrieve the information from the particular remote server. Example, the specific file or directive existing or not, everything it will be captured here. Okay, that's why we are using state command and here state module. And here you can see the path. What is the path? Here we mentioned that Tomcat underscore tar ball. If you go here, Tomcat underscore tarball means it is coming that the particular Tomcat DR. Example /opt Apache Tomcat the particular version 9.0.1.4.tar.gz file. If it is exist or not, it will check this particular one. It is whatever we are getting this particular stateful information, right? We are going to store it in the register. Register is the variable. Here it will be stored. The particular one we are giving that Tomcat underscore tarball underscore star. Okay. Now you can give any name, guys. So what this particular task will do, again I'm repeating, state command, it will be capture the retrieve the information from existing remote server for the specific files or directories. So whatever we are getting this particular information, if it is the particular tar file existing or not, it will be captured, and then whatever we capture this particular one, it is going to be stored inside the variable. Okay. Now I'm giving that variable name this one. This particular variable name, we can call it other location so that we can check it whether it is existing or not. Everything we can do that one. Understand, right? This part is clear. Okay, now this part is clear. Now what we are going to do? We are going to be download the Apache Tomcat. For that one, we are using get underscore URL module. You already aware it. We saw that using get underscore URL module, we'll be download the specific URL from remote to your local. Okay, from online. Okay, understand it? And here we mentioned that get underscore URL, and here URL, what is the URL? Tomcat underscore URL. Tomcat underscore URL is nothing but it is going to be download this particular tar file. If you see here, it is going to be download this particular tar file. Clear, right? It is going to be download this particular tar file. Okay. Now here in the destination, where? In destination, Tomcat underscore tarball. Tomcat underscore tarball is nothing but, if you see here, Tomcat underscore tarball is nothing but what is the location? Inside the OPT, Apache Tomcat the specific version tar.gz. We are mentioning the particular one. And also here we are giving that the specific ownership as well. Remember, usually in command line, in Linux, we command line will be use chmod 777 will be give it, right? Same thing. In case inside the Ansible, if you want to be give it, you can use mode option, and 0, this common 644. 644 means read, write, read. Understand? These are the permissions we are giving. And here we are giving the condition when not this particular state, the particular variable dot state dot exist. If it doesn't exist, then only it will be download this particular one. Again, I'm repeating. Here we capture that whether the particular tar file is existing or not. Now we are using this particular register value variable name, and here we are giving that the particular register name dot state dot exist. Okay, if not exist, it will be download. If it not exist, if you see here, when condition I have given here, not means if doesn't exist this particular one, it will be download this particular one. If it is already there, the particular tar file, it will be skip this particular one. Understand, right? It will skip this particular task. Okay. Now what is the next one? Check if Tomcat is already extracted. Now first, usually what we'll do, right? It will be download the tar file. Now we have to be extract, right? Before going to extract it, again I'm going to check it whether the particular tar file is extracted or not. If you see here, I'm giving state command path tomcat underscore dar. If you go here, tomcat underscore dar, it means whatever the particular Apache -tomcat -version OPT directory. Okay, here you may ask question, install tomcat install path means here we mentioned that OPT directory, opt/Apache -tomcat the specific version, that is 9.0.1.4. Now here, if it is already existing, we are capturing that particular whatever we are getting output, we are declaring inside the register tomcat underscore extract underscore state. Okay. Now we can use this particular one. If it doesn't exist, then what you can do, will be extract that particular one. If you see here, this particular one, it will be captured whether it is extracted or not. Okay, next step is, it is going to be extract when it is not extracted earlier step. Earlier, this particular 44 line, right? If it is not extracted, this particular line will be do. If you see here, when not the particular tomcat underscore extract underscore start dot exist. Understand, right? Here you can see that we are using, if you want to be extracted, what you can do, right? We can use unarchive module. In Linux, whether it is zip file or tar file, doesn't matter. We always go with unarchive only. Okay. Now here you can see that src, what is the particular tar file? Tomcat underscore tar. And here you can see the destination, that is where you are going to be. Inside the OPT, inside the tomcat underscore install.path. It means OPT directory. Clear, right? And here we mention the remote src, yes. Here we mention that remote src, yes. Clear, right? This part, if it is already extracted, this step will be skip. If it is not extracted, this particular step will be execute. Understand, right? Clear. Now what is the next one? We are going to be set the ownership. If you see here, we are giving that file module. Using the file module only will be set that particular permission for ownership. Okay. And here you can see that ownership, we are setting the ownership for the particular Tomcat directory. For that one, we are using file module. And here you can see the path. What is the path? Tomcat underscore dar. If you see here, Tomcat underscore dar is nothing but the particular Tomcat extracted file, that is /opt Apache Apache -tomcat the specific version. Okay. Now here you can see that owner and the particular Tomcat underscore user group name, that is Tomcat underscore group, and state is equal to directory, because this is the directory, right? And here recursive is equal to colon yes. The reason this is the directory, you need to be change the ownership for inside the subdirectory subfiles also, right? That's why we are giving that recursive yes. If you remember, when you are changing the ownership, we were giving that ch1 -r recursively, means whatever subdirectory subfiles also you need to be apply the same ownership. That's why similarly here also this particular step will be do. This particular step will be what it will do. It will be change the ownership in the state is directory. That's why we are giving that recursive yes. Clear, right? Any question this particular one? Now what is the next one? So this particular one is fine, and the next one is we are going to be copy the particular tomcat-user.xml. Tomcat-user.xml. Here you have to remember, usually in real time, we don't require this particular tomcat-user.xml, but our practice purpose, just I want to show you whether the particular tomcat-user.xml, whether it is copied from your local to remote or not. That's why if you see here, I'm using copy module. Source is that particular tomcat-user.xml. Remember here, you have to remember one thing. This particular tomcat-user.xml and tomcat-install the particular path. What is the name? If you see here, tomcat-install.yaml, both will be in the same path only. Here, if you see here, same path only, and destination. Usually our tomcat-user.xml, where we are keeping, we are declaring inside the Tomcat directory, that is /opt/Apache-tomcat- the specific version / inside the config directory, we are copying this one. Before going to copy, we are changing the ownership and also group as well. owner is user. The owner is nothing but user. That is the username is Tomcat. Group also Tomcat only. And then mode is we are giving the permission that is 0, that is common. 644 we are giving. And then backup, yes. You can take the backup. That's why we mention that yes. Understand? This part is clear, right? What this task will do? It will be copy the particular tomcat-user.xml to the config directory, and it will be change the ownership as well. Clear? Any questions now? Fine. What is the next one? These are one of the most important. That is, we need to be set up the Tomcat as a service level. If you remember, instead of going every time inside the bin directory, start sh startup.sh, sh shutdown.sh, what we did, right? We did set up that service level. So same thing we are doing here, that whatever we are using copy module, using the particular copy module, whatever we have, so that is tomcat.service file. If you go and check it here, Tomcat service file. Let me show you that. This one are required. Yeah, if you see here, Tomcat dot service file, and here you can see this is the service file. What we are doing, we are copying to etc system Tomcat dot service, and here we are giving the permissions is 755. We are giving the permissions is 755. Clear, right? This part is clear, right? Any questions? So similarly, guys, in manual process, we went to inside that etc system. There we have created Tomcat dot service, and we have mentioned this particular Tomcat related service, right? So here you can say description, what is the type working, what is the username, what is the group name, which group it is running, and also execute start, execute stop. Here you can say that Tomcat or OPT, Apache-Tomcat, the specific version bin startup.sh, shutdown.sh. In your case, guys, in case if you are giving that different version, okay, what you have to do, you have to give this particular different path here. Okay, where you install the exact path you have to mention here. Clear, right? Any questions now? Fine. Now this is the next step, right? Once you copy the particular systemctl level, that particular service level. Now here what you have to do, we need to start that particular one. If you see here, we are using systemd module. There we are giving that what is the name? Name is Tomcat, because here we mentioned the Tomcat.service or Tomcat same only. And then state is we are giving the restarted. Sometimes, right, if you already started, so that's why we are giving that restarted, or you can give started as well. Rebooted. There are multiple options we have. You can give it enable true. So here we are giving that enable true means it will be enable the service level as well. Okay. Even though if someone is rebooted the server, it is automatically start this particular service. Clear, right? Any questions? So this is the Ansible playbook to install the Tomcat. Now we can see the demo so that you will get some idea. Before going to showcase the demo, again I'm repeating. We mentioned that variables and we mentioned the step-by-step task. So installing Java, installing, downloading the tar file, extract it, and create the user group and change the ownership, and copy the particular tomcat-user.xml and also tomcat.service, and also we are starting the restarted the particular service as well. Clear, right? Any questions? Now what I'm going to do, just copy this one, go here, and here I'm going to the OPT directory. Okay. And then here what we are giving, as I said earlier, if you go here, we are giving that. Let me come down. Yeah, if you see here, I'm giving that tomcat-install.yaml file. First, I'm giving that tomcat-install.yaml file. If you go here, cat tomcat-install.yaml file, and then enter. Now you can go here, copy this particular Tomcat related one. Okay. Now this part is clear. I can go here. Okay. Now you can enter Control D. It is saved. If you see here, cat command tomcat-install. Now you can give it tomcat-install.yaml. And here you can see that whatever playbook I have explained, everything I have pasted here in this particular tomcat-install.yaml file. Clear, right? Any questions now? Now what is the next step? And here we mentioned, right, if you come down a little bit, if you see here, yeah, if you go here, so that it will be, if you see here, one is tomcat-user.xml and also tomcat.service file as well. Now what I'm going to do, I don't mention this particular these two in the same location. First we can run the playbook so that you'll get some idea. So what exactly we are throwing, it is getting the error, and after we can add this particular one and we can apply so that you'll get some idea. Clear, right? Now if you see here, before going to install it, first I'm checking that. Let me check that. Yeah, if you see here, Java is not installed. And also if you go to the OPT directory, already I'm in the OPT directory. I don't see anything related to Tomcat, Tar files, okay, extracted one, everything. And also if you go and check it in the inside the etc system. And if you go and check it here, right, I don't see anything related to tomcat.service. Now, once I can run this particular playbook, and we can see that whether it is created or not, whether it is download the particular tar file, extracted, change the ownership, everything we can verify it. And if you see here, this is our tomcat-install.yml. YML or YAML, both are same only. How do we run this particular playbook? Can you please tell me? You can use Ansible-playbook. And then here you need to give the playbook name. What is the playbook name? Tomcat-install.yaml file. Okay, now you can enter. Now if you see here, here it is happening. First it is gather that information facts and it is verify that particular one. And then it is installing the Java 11. Okay. The step is, next one. It is created the group and it created the user and assigned to the particular group as well. And also here you can see the Tomcat, that is tar file exists. If you see here, okay, now it is downloading the particular one. If you remember here, if that a Tomcat tar file exists, it is not already downloaded, right? That's what is showcasing okay. If I run it again next time, right, it will show here skipped one. I will show you later sometime. Now it is downloaded the particular tar file and it is check if the Tomcat is already extracted. It is also extracted the particular one. And also if you see here, change the ownership. That's why it is showcasing that changed one. Now, if you see here, tomcat-user.xml configuration, it is throwing the error. What is happening? Inside the OPT directory, we don't have tomcat-user.xml. And inside the OPT is trying to check that files directory. Inside the files directory, we don't have any tomcat-user.xml. Now what you have to do? You can create the particular tomcat-user.xml and you can declare the particular one. Clear, right? I can go here, just copy this one. Okay, cat. This one, same location only, guys. Okay, now you can go here. You can go here and you can copy this particular tomcat-user.xml. Remember, I have copied that entire tomcat-user.xml and I have added the particular Tomcat related users. Okay, clear, right? So here you can see that inside the tomcat-user.xml, we have mentioned the roles and also the specific username and the password and the specific one. Here you have to remember, again, I'm repeating, in real time, we don't require, we won't be use this tomcat-user.xml. Please don't tell in the interview level, we do also copy the tomcat-user.xml. Okay, we won't be use it. Clear, right? Now what I'm doing, just copy this one. Just you can go here and then enter, right? Now you can paste here. Now we can enter this one, Control D. If you see here, here you can see that cat tomcat-users.xml. Okay. Now if you see here, it is there. Now again, I'm going to run it. Ansible-playbook. What is the playbook name? Tomcat-install.yaml file. Now you can enter. If you see here, this time it is capturing okay. Okay means it is already there, everything. If you see here, as I said, it is skipping the particular downloading. The reason it is already existing the particular tar file. That's why. And also if you see here, extracted also, it is already extracted earlier. First time when you run, right, it was extracted. That's why it is showcasing that skipping the particular one. And also if you see here, ownership. And also if you see here, tomcat-user.xml, first time, right, after we added, we run that. That's why it is showcasing that changed one. Now if you come here, install Tomcat systemd service file. It is throwing the error because we don't have tomcat.service file, and inside the files directory, we don't have any tomcat.service file. That's why it is throwing the error. Now what you have to do? Now you can go here in the same path. Here we have a tomcat.service file. Just copy this one. Again, I'm repeating, guys. In my case, we are installing the Tomcat 9 version, the specific one. In case if you have different version, what you have to do? This particular path you need to be changed. Now you can copy this one. Go here, and then cat greater than tomcat.service. Now you can enter here. Now you can paste this one. Okay. Now you can enter, save this one. Now if you see here you can see the tomcat.service file. Okay. Now what I'm going to do? Again, I'm running this particular one. Ansible playbook. Okay, and what is the playbook name? Tomcat dot. So Tomcat install.yaml file. Now you can enter here. If you observe here, if you see a local host and it is skipping the particular one, and then it is installing. And if you see here, this particular system D, and it is started the Tomcat as well. That's why it is showcasing that changed status is changed one. Clear, right? And also here you can see that OK11 changed to unreachable, failed one, skipped, how many skipped one, everything you can able to see it here. Clear, right? Any questions? Any questions now? Any questions? Now you understood, right? Now I can show you one by one. First, I'm going to check it whether the Java, the particular Tomcat, Java is installed or not. First, you can check it one by one. First task is Java is installed or not. We can verify. If you go here, Java -F1 version. If you check it here, Java 11 install. Okay, super, perfect. Using Ansible Playbook, we have installed it. The next step, right? You need to be verify whether group is created or not, whether a user is created or not. The specific Tomcat. First, I'm checking here. ID. What is the username? Username is Tomcat. ID space. Username is Tomcat. If you see here, it is Tomcat also. User is created, and also group also here you can see the Tomcat. And also you can check it here. etc /etc group. Okay, and here you can see that. Yeah, if you see here, Tomcat is already there. Clear, right? Fine, super. Now, what is the next one? What is the next one? Next one is we need to be check whether the tar file existing or not. And for that one, if you see here LL command, here you can see that tar file is there. Downloaded the particular tar file, and also it is extracted as well. Okay, super. What is the next one? Now you can come down, and here you can see that set the ownership. Earlier it was root user only. Now it is whether it is changed or not. If you see here, it is changed to Tomcat, the particular whatever extracted file. Now you can go ahead and check it inside the subdirectory subfiles also. We can verify whether the particular Tomcat is change the ownership or not. If you see here, it is changed from root user to the specific user, that is Tomcat user, Tomcat group. Clear, right? Fine. Now what is the next one? Now you can come down. This part is clear. Now we need to verify whether the particular Tomcat-user.xml it is copied to inside the config directory or not. If you go here, go to the config directory, and here you can come down, and here you can see that cat command Tomcat-user.xml. If you see here, it is taking the backup as well. Okay. The reason it took the backup, we mentioned the backup S means existing, it will take the backup. Clear, right? Now you can enter. Now if you see here, here you can see the go up little bit. Here you can see the specific roles also available. Whatever we did, it is copied to config directly inside the Tomcat-user.xml. Again, I'm repeating, guys. Sorry to repeat multiple times. Don't tell in into level, we copy the Tomcat-user.xml also. We won't be do it. Only for practice purpose, we'll be do this particular one. Clear, right? Fine. Now what is the next one? And we need to be verify inside the etc system, we have a Tomcat.service file or not, whether the specific permissions is applied or not, we can verify it. Now you can go here, etc system, and here you can see the Tomcat.service file. And here you can see that specific permissions also. And here you can see that Tomcat.service. And here you can see that whatever we copied from your local to the particular one inside the etc system, it is copied. Clear, right? Now we can also check it. Final step is that is related to whether it is restarted or not. It means started or not. systemctl status Tomcat. Okay. Now you can give it. If you see here, Tomcat is running fine. Clear, right? Tomcat also is running fine. Here you have to remember. Now I have exist from there. And here you have to remember, here we mentioned that enable true. It means enable true means even if you restarted or reboot the server, again it will automatically up the service as well. If you go here, systemctl enable. If you see here whether it is enabled or not, how do we identify? Just you can give it systemctl enable Tomcat. So it will show, it will be show the empty one. If you see here, empty one. Usually, if you not enable, if you are doing the first time, right, it will give the symbolic link path. But here we already enable using this particular enable true. That's why That's why it is not showcasing here. Clear, right? Any questions now? So this is the process of installing Tomcat. Here you have to remember, especially when they are using on-premises servers, they will be use the Ansible to install the Ansible Tomcat in the destination server. And also same thing, using Ansible only will be deploy their application from your local to destination server. Okay. And here you have to remember, in our understanding, easy understanding purpose, here I have given that host is local host. But here you can go to the etc Ansible. Here you can create a host file. Okay, you can give the particular host file name here. Okay, you can create the host file here, and you can define the host file here as well. Clear, right? You can also define that inside the host file. You can define the particular destination. If you remember, I already explained earlier. Inside the etc Ansible host file will be declared that particular IP address, DNS name, or we can group them and we can define there. Okay, before going to group them and add them, right? What you have to do, we need to set up the SSH connection. It means like we can copy the public IP to the public key to the destination servers. Okay, and here you can see that instead of localhost, you can give it here. You can directly give the IP address. You can directly give the group name, whatever you want, you can give it. Or instead of maintaining that host file inside the etc Ansible host, right? What you can do, we can define the specific different path, and we can call that during that Ansible playbook, you can pass the particular variable path as well. Okay, Ansible -playbook -i inventory file. You can pass the particular inventory file space, and you can give the playbook name. Clear, right? Any questions now? And one more thing, remember, you can also write in detail. I mean, in advanced level as well. This one more advanced using Ansible role. Later we can discuss Ansible role concept so that you will get some idea. Again, I'm repeating. First, you have to be understand how do we install the Tomcat. Okay, if you understand installation Tomcat, you can easy to do the automation using playbook. If you understand playbook, you can easy to write the Ansible role. That's why first you have to be prepare that practice for that Tomcat installation process, then manual process, then you can come to the Ansible playbook co-installation process, and then you can come to that Ansible role. Okay, you can learn this flow: manual, playbook, role. Clear, right? So any questions now? I hope you understood, right? How do we install? Usually in real time, we won't be install anything, any softwares, anything manually, especially any tools. Example, Tomcat, we won't be do. We always do the automation. Example, in our case, I have showcased that Ansible playbook. Using Ansible playbook, how do we download and install the Tomcat? Clear, right? Any questions now? Any questions now? If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via LinkedIn, Instagram, Telegram. And also, we have a Tech World with Murali website. In this website, I already published all the DevOps related courses: DevOps, AWS, Kubernetes, Terraform, AWS networking, DevOps hands-on project. Here we have a 1 month, 6 months, 1 year plans available. If you want, you can enroll here. Still, if you have any question, feel free to comment. I will try to respond as soon as possible. Thanks for watching this video. We'll see you next video.